What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tony Spicks Look Ahead Show here with yours truly, Vegas Al. We're going to get ahead of these lines here. All the injury reports for tomorrow's action, December 29th. Monday slate we have here to break down. Of course, we'll get into the Monday Nighter, the Birmingham Bowl here between Georgia Southern, App State, of course, NHL and NBA action, and then a little bit of college hoops near the end of the show. Plenty of sports to get involved with there tomorrow on Monday. This weekend, wasn't the best. Friday was a solid day. Saturday and Sunday, not too well. A 1-3-1 day. Dropped it with the Bears there. Took the plus 3.5. Of course, we lose by a half point, at least if we wanted to push. It is what it is. I'm ready to move on, though, to this week. Positive vibes going into the new year, ready to fire. Of course, before we get into this action today, guys, like and subscribe. We're on a mission here to 100,000 subscribers. Any subscription helps us get there. Appreciate everybody tuning in. All right, let's move on forward to this NFL Monday Night Football action here. We got the Rams on the road here, traveling to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons here. Falcons 7.5-point dogs. I'll just be short and sweet with this one. I'm going to go to the Rams here. Obviously, with the, the Seahawks winning and then the 49ers winning kind of seals the deal, though, there with the Seahawk game. There's still plenty to play, actually. Let me look at these standings real quick because it's tricky. I believe there's still a way that we could have, I believe, 3-14 teams in the NFC West. So that's the first thing. I'm trying to break that down 1 second. Double check with these scores. The tiebreakers and all this. Because the thing is, San Francisco plays Seattle next week. So that's interesting. They could, make that 13-4. And then Rams went out. We could possibly have 3 13-4 teams. I expect the Rams to show up here. Try to really extend the score here against the Falcons. You got a primetime Kirk Cousins 4-10 on Monday Night Football, ATS-wise, in Kirk Cousins' career. Still having to make shift of these weapons here. Obviously, Kyle Pitts went for 3 touchdowns there the other day or the other week. Just don't expect that. This Rams defense, again, a top 5 unit in points allowed. You look at what the Rams do offensively, first in all of football, 30 points per game, top 2 passing, top 5 running, top 3 in turnover margin. Again, all over the Rams here in this one. I just don't see the weapons here for Kirk Cousins against an elite team like the Rams here. I think they stopped the run, etc. All over the Rams, minus 7.5. Let me know what you guys think on that. All right, a little bit quicker I'll get here with this Georgia Southern App State bowl game. We had a line move here of 5 points. This thing opened up Georgia Southern minus 2.5. Obviously, all of the portal news here with App State, both quarterbacks now in the portal. Swan and then the other kid hit the portal. They're going to move on to this Nick Gillen kid, freshman here, App State. Not really, wanting to back App State here. I think Georgia Southern here with this JC French goes out there in style, 7.5 points. I'd lay it. Obviously, we're super late to the party. Would have loved to be, minus 2.5 and all this, but portal news comes out. That's the name of the game. All right, on to the next one. We got Blue Jackets and Senators here in some NHL hockey. Before we get into this hockey action here, like and subscribe. Had a rough day the other day. I think I went 1-4 or 2-3 there. Oilers losing like that to the Flames comes to mind. I do have a hockey 3-pack out on the site for tomorrow's games. We're going to get right back on the horse with even more volume. We'll find these hockey winners. Best believe that. We'll start here with this first game, though. You got the Senators here taking on the Blue Jackets, and I think this is a spot where I would actually look dog here, plus 175 with the Blue Jackets. 3-7 in their last 10 games, even though they got 2 straight wins, starting to play, maybe turn it around, hopefully. Ottawa's 2 straight losses there. So Ottawa's on a, 2 ebbs and flows here. Like I said, Blue Jackets, 2 straight wins, Senators, 2 straight losses. I don't know. Blue Jackets 0-5, though, in their last 5 games on the road versus Ottawa. Don't play well in Ottawa. But then Senators 2-5 at home in their last 7 games. So not necessarily playing the greatest of hockey at home as of recently. And then 6-11 to the puck line at home this year. These Senators losing about 5 units backing these Senators. I don't know. To me, I would look Blue Jackets plus 1.5. Obviously, on the money line as well, you could sprinkle that. I believe the plus 1.5 is minus 130. But I like the Blue Jackets here to keep this momentum going here and get a 3rd straight win. All right. We're on to the next one here. Capitals and Panthers. Been kind of trying to fade the Capitals. Not in love with them. 1-6 on the road against Florida in their last 7 road games against Florida. They're not playing well as of late as well. 2-6 in their last 8 games. Panthers are 8-3 in their last 11. This one, though, a little bit of a, do you want to go minus 135? Have no problem. This one, though, I might get a little greedy and even look at the puck line plus 180. I like the Panthers in this one. Not scared to lay it the puck line here with the Florida Panthers. On to the next game here. Rangers and Hurricanes zipping right on through this hockey slate. This is another one here, possible puck line as well with the Hurricanes. Plus 145 I'm seeing. Just Rangers 3-7 in the last 10 meetings versus Carolina. Obviously, no Seth Jarvis for the Hurricanes, but, they've still been actually scoring a little bit. 4 goals, 3 goals, 5 goals. I don't know. I get they're 1-6 there in the last 7, not playing the greatest of hockey yet either. But I think against a New York Rangers team that just can't score the puck, excuse me. What do you call it? They're 3-26. This 13-20. I can't even speak, guys. 13-26 over under this year. The Rangers, 8 out of the last 11 have gone under, and 4 out of the last 5 road games for this Rangers team has gone under. I think even without a Seth Jarvis, we can still find some offense here from the Hurricanes, and I would look puck line here, and the minus 180 price. You got to kind of believe here the Rangers are just that bad scoring-wise, and I'm looking Hurricanes, even without a Seth Jarvis, like I said. Hurricanes puck line plus 145 in that one. And we're on to those Oilers who screwed me last time out there versus the Flames in a game that I said felt too easy, and sure enough, they dropped it. But I'm not scared to go right back to them here against Winnipeg. 4 out of the last 5 road matchups versus Winnipeg, they have come out on top. I know they dropped it there against the Flames. Still 8-4 here in the last 12, playing a little bit better hockey. Again, Jets still on a 5 straight games losing here. Hellebuck's back and everything, still getting the flows and ebbs of everything. This Jets squad, I don't know what's up with them losing 5 like this in a row. Could they bounce back here and give the Oilers another loss, and Oilers starting to just unravel again and get back on the losing end of things, even though they've been on a hot streak? I don't know. I'm going to go back to the Oilers if they let me go. If they let me down, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and talk too much saying that I'm going to let them go, but it's just getting annoying. Give me the Oilers still. Sabres, Blues. Sabres minus 115 here. 8 straight wins. Just Blues have been getting these funky prices all year long. I don't know. to me, I think they should get more out of this. It should be maybe a minus 140 for the Sabres, just the way they've been playing as of recently. I don't know. Sabres haven't been playing that bad though. As of last 9 games, 6-3 in their last 9. To me, it's still Sabres. They continue this winning streak. Get to 9, maybe even 10 wins. At the end of the day, the guy who's been doing it for them, kind of unsung hero here, has been Ryan McLeod. 7 out of the last 8 games for this guy. Scored a point. Plus 125 prop for him tomorrow for him to score a point. Yeah, I like that, and I like the Sabres to get it done here. Keep this winning streak going. We're on the Sabres here. On to the next one. We got Kings and Avalanche. Avalanche looking phenomenal this season. To me, best team in hockey. Interested to see how they will look come postseason. To me, it's a plus 110 puck line, but I don't mind going to an Avalanche here, who are 11-6 at home to the puck line this year. And then you look 2-9 are these Kings in their last 11 road games versus the Colorado Avalanche. I can only look the Avalanche's way. I get it's minus 250. Like I said, I don't mind the very few times that I would ever minus 1.5 on a plus 110. But I think the Avalanche get it done here. Put it that way. So I don't mind going to puck line. Again, 11-6 at home to the puck line are the Avalanche. On to the next one. We got Bruins and Flames here. These freaking Flames. What can I say with that Oilers game? I just still have it in the back of my head. But, we move on. No big deal. When it comes to this one, though, I said it, that the Bruins would drop that game there and then come right back for some medicine against the Flames. So, to me, I'm right back to the Bruins here. Or not back to them, but, with what I said, Bruins plus 115. I'll take that. Again, 5 straight losses for them. I think they'd have a get right here. Morgan Geekie and Pastrnak goals live. Geekie hasn't scored in almost 6 games I saw. I'll go to Morgan Geekie here. Pastrnak plus 135, Geekie plus 170. Bruins are 5-2 as well in their last 7 road games in Calgary. So it's not like they've struggled, but look at how the Flames have been playing at home. 6-1 at home in the last 7. Still, I will probably get my head bashed again by these Flames, but I'm going to the Bruins plus 115. It's just principle at this point. So on to the next one. We got Predators and Mammoth. Mammoth minus 155 here. I'm just going to go to the regulation, for the Mammoth here at minus 110. I don't know, Nashville 4-12 on the road here versus the Mammoth. I think some of that even dates back to the Arizona Coyote days or hockey club days even. But 10-5 in the last 15 games though. Is this Nashville team playing a little bit of good hockey? But then 6-10 on the road this year. I think they struggle with that trend of how they play against the Mammoth on the road and then them playing bad this year on the road themselves. I don't know. I don't want to trust them here in this spot. I get they've done some crazy upsets here and there this season, but I'd look Mammoth in regulation or pass for me. So Mammoth minus 110 in regulation would be the pick. On to the next game. Again, like and subscribe here. Started off with some contact sports, man. We went football. We went hockey. If you want to rewind, if you're just now tuning in, I've given you guys the Monday Nighter and the Birmingham Bowl for tomorrow. We're almost through with this hockey slate. Again, I said let's get through the manly man sports, the contact sports. We got Canucks and Kraken here in this one. Canucks 4-2 in their last 6 games, and then Kraken are 4-1 in their last 5. Both teams, a little bit on a heater in these last recent matchups. But Kraken are 7-3 head-to-head in their last 10 meetings between these two teams on home ice. Not going to overthink it because I don't love either of these teams long-term. I would be on the Kraken here in this one, plus 100 at home. No Canuck dance for me. All right, we got Sharks and Ducks here in this one. I like the Cutter Goodyear goal. Again, he's the guy actually who hasn't scored in about 2 weeks. I think he's due, leading the team in goals here, this Ducks squad. Ducks at minus 190. I don't like minus 145 in regulation. Still a little juice for me. Maybe you can go -1 at minus 135, but then there's always the opportunity of having the push or a possibility of having the push. I don't know. To me, Sharks 0-6 in their last 6 road matchups versus the Ducks. Ducks are 10-8 at home to the puck line, but so are the Sharks 10-8 on the puck line on the road. I would still lean Ducks here. Again, not a gorgeous price. Minus 135 for the -1, minus 145 for in regulation. Do what you do with that. You could even do a Cutter Goodyear at plus 170 anytime goal, and then take Ducks money line, 2-teamer. I think, if Ducks have a successful game here, maybe even a team total over for the Ducks. Things you can do. I'm looking Ducks way, though, in this one. I don't want to back the Sharks. Again, 10-8 to the puck line on the road this year. A lot of that more than likely as big-time favorite juice here. The puck line in this one, to give you guys the line, Sharks here on the puck line is a minus 135 is actually not a bad price. I'd still, again, I like the Ducks so much, I'd actually lean the -1.5 at plus 115 more. But I love the other puck line that I was looking at. That was the plus 110 was the Avalanche. I like that one a lot more than a Ducks one. Just to bring up that, but it's Ducks for me. And then on to the final hockey game. I saved one of the games probably that I'm most intrigued to watch here tomorrow. Those VGK Golden Knights. Vegas Golden Knights here taking on Minnesota Wild. Wild won the first meeting this year. Historically, actually, it's not that good. I believe 2-8 on the road here in Vegas when they come into Vegas. 2-8 last 10. But VGK this year 8-10 on the home ice. I actually went to a Vegas Golden Knights game earlier this year, and of course they lost. Looking to possibly look into this one or maybe another future one here. I'm trying to go maybe turn of the new year, but that's besides the point. Look at what they're doing on the puck line at home. 4-14 at home on the puck line are this Vegas Golden Knights club. 1-4 in their last 5 games is Golden Knights team. And look at the Wild. They're on an 8-2 run. A team I've been backing consistently all year. Kirill Kaprizov goal. At this point, it's just automatic auto play. Give me the Wild here. Plus 105 here to take out my Golden Knights. You guys know I love fading the Golden Knights if I have the opportunity to. And I think we do here. Give me those Wild in this one. All right, guys. Moving on to the association, some NBA action here for tomorrow. Let's check out the comments here. I see somebody posted a comment here. Let's see. We got 49er here. Purdy is your daddy. This guy, he only shows up when the Niners are winning. He's going to have himself a fun postseason more than likely. They're looking good this year, right? Let me know what you think. I'm sure he's going to tell me they're amazing. Good for him. Oh, man. 1 second. See, that's why I shouldn't have gone to the comments. You messed my whole things up, man. Now I can't even grab this game. There you go. We found it. But yes, we got San Francisco 49er dude in the chat. He cracks me up constantly. He's a loyal 49er guy. I'll give him that. Suns and Wizards here in this one. Minus 11 we got here. Let me read some of these stats here and then injury report as well. Zipping through all of that NHL. Gave you guys no goalies. Again, check out the goalies before. Trying to get injury reports for this NBA. 1 second. I was hoping for some more 49er chat. Let me know what he's thinking postseason wise, but it's all good. So yeah, Suns Wizards We got Mark Williams out, suspension, obviously, with that fight. Ryan Dunn, a game time. And then Grayson Allen, Jalen Green are looking to be out here. Keyshawn George out. Corey Crisper out. Whitmore out for the Wizards. To me, just not a game I'm rushing to bet. Let me just show you why. Last 12 road games, Phoenix is 10-2 ATS wise on the road. 5-0 ATS wise in the last 5 games. You look at Washington, they're 1-5 ATS. They're 1-5 ATS wise versus Washington, though, in the last 6 meetings here on the road. That's what kind of made me pause, wanting to lay 11 points. But, to me, it would be Suns or pass, staying away more than likely. That's just how I feel on the game. Trying to give you guys what I look at and lean to here. Suns would be it. Devin Booker props would be it. Keep it square, but move on to this next one here. A game a little bit better. Bucks and Hornets. I am seeing 2.5s now with the Hornets getting a lot of love. Interesting stat here. Bucks are now 0-5 ATS wise in their last 5 Monday meetings. So interesting little tidbit there. They don't play well on Mondays, start of the week, sluggish performances. But injury report here in this one, I remember seeing a Knievel earlier in the day on it. Knievel will be out with an ankle. Kalkbrenner will be out with an elbow. Plumlee's out with a groin. Sion James game time decision with an illness. And then, of course, Grant Williams out with the knee. Just Gary Trent and Taurean Prince will be out for the Bucks. Very, very looking like kind of obvious, honestly, with all the now injury news. Hornets won the first meeting. Bucks won the second. Giannis is in the back of the fold of things. I like the triple-double prop with him, as crazy as that may sound, or the points, rebounds, and assists prop with him. Had a triple-double last year versus this Hornets squad. I don't know. To me, it's not a game I'm rushing to bet as well. A lot of people liking the Hornets, which is a little concerning, if I'm being honest. And earlier in the day, I was looking Hornets. Let me just put it that way. And it's one of those things where I have to call it as I see it. I would definitely be having some cold feet if I wanted to back the Hornets. But I'm just trying to keep it real. So I'm moving on to the next one here. We got Warriors and Nets. This one I'm also seeing 4s with the Warriors. So I kind of agree with that line move here. When you look here for the Warriors, 4-12 ATS wise in their last 16 matchups versus Brooklyn, 2-5 ATS in their last 7. Meanwhile, the Nets are 4-1 in their last 5 games ATS wise, 6-2 ATS wise in the last 8 home games. I would still need more points with the Nets. I think the whole situation with Draymond and Steve Kerr lit a fire, I hope, underneath this Warriors squad. Not playing the best of basketball right now. I think they start turning it around here, especially as the new year kicks off. I think what better team than the New York Nets or Brooklyn Nets to get some medicine here for this Warriors squad. The medicine angle will go Warriors here, minus the 4 now. Might want to get on that sooner rather than later. Let me give you guys the injury report here for this as well. Before I move on. But yes, I like the Warriors. The injury report, all I saw was Seth Curry, not Steph, not the main one. Seth Curry still out on the injury report. DeAnthony Melton, LJ Cryer, the Houston Cat, and then Al Horford, all out for the Warriors. They can mix and match the lineup with those 4 guys being out. It's not the end of the world. Haywood Highsmith, only guy out for the Nets. I will admit the Michael Porter Jr. props are probably going to be live in this game, just like about every game they are. But doesn't mean I think they're going to even keep this close. I think Warriors roll here. This is one and motivation to get right and too much championship DNA. I know Draymond acts like a punk sometimes, but that Kerr and Draymond been through too much to just let it end like this. I'm telling you. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I like the Warriors, though, tomorrow. All right. Give me Magic and Raptors here in this next game. With some of the numbers here, last 5 road games for the Magic, they're 1-4 ATS, 3-10 in their last 13 games in Toronto straight up. A little bit of worrisome there. They're 4-11 ATS last 15 is Toronto, though. 1-7 ATS at home. So battle of both worlds here in this one. I still would lean the Raptors off the back-to-back. Doesn't matter. I don't know. To me, a Scotty Barnes over 35.5 PRA. If you can find it, I don't know what the number is. I'm waiting on a line there. 35.5 to 40.5. 40.5, you're getting a little high, but Sandro Mamukelashvili, I always murder this guy's name. Give me over on his threes here. Autoplay for a little bit until he proves me wrong. So we'll go Sandro Mamukelashvili over on his threes. But yeah, on to the next game here. We got Hawks and the Thunder here. What an interesting little thing here. Let me read the injury report in this. I didn't even read the injury report. Magic Raptors. Sorry, guys. Is what it is. Let me read that back. I'll go back to it and I'll give you guys injury report. Give me 1 second. I'm zipping through these picks. Zipping through them. 1 second. All right, so look at all the people out for the Magic, though, as well. That's why I said Raptors, right? Look at all the people out for the Magic, or game times now. Is Jalen Suggs, Batadze, both Wagner's out. Yeah, still don't like those pieces being out. But anyways, let me move on to the Hawks and the Thunder. This one here, Thunder 15.5 point favorites. Look at all the pieces out for the Hawks. Jalen Johnson, Kristaps Porzingis, both those centers still out. Obviously, looking like for the year. Dante's out, and Ndaye's out. And then Trae Young is now game time decision. 0-6 last 6 games here for the Hawks. Trae Young gets back in the fold of things, and look what's going on. This was the spot I was possibly looking at even trying to back the Hawks, but obviously people were wanting to fade the Thunder here against the 76ers. I even said I like the Thunder first half. That didn't cover, but then full game covered. I initially wanted Sixers with everybody, but I just had a feeling that Thunder are pissed off. They're not going to keep losing like this. And to me, I think it's another medicine spot potentially for the Thunder. I would have needed the Trae Young play. You know, that's the thing, is they might play better without Trae Young, but still, Jalen Johnson is huge to not have. I don't know. It's hard to get there with the Hawks. They can find other pieces. Obviously, Alexander Walker steps up huge. Dyson Daniels steps up huge. There's pieces still on the Hawks team. 15.5. It's very tough. Very tough. Very similar roster of what the Sixers just had, if you ask me, as far as weapons from the perimeter, etc. Thunder took care of them, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Thunder take care of them again, back-to-back spot here. So, again, not a game I'm betting on probably, but I would be Thunder or pass. On to the next game. Love the Bulls here in this one. Might actually need to put this one in as well. I've already got a couple NBA plays and one NBA play, some hockey and NFL, and college football, the bowl game as well. All of those are in already. You can go scoop those up on the site. But the game here between Chicago and Minnesota, injury report, just looking like Terrence Shannon Jr. will be out here for the Timberwolves. And then when you look, Giddey is questionable. I do think he probably toughs this one out. We'll see with the ankle. We always like to say lower body injuries, more than likely the guys rest, but we'll see. It's just an ankle. I don't think it's too serious. Zach Collins out. And then that's about it, really. Zach Collins. being out. And then Giddey is a questionable. I think he'll suit up, tough it out. Obviously, he's huge on if you want to back the Bulls with his almost triple-double a night like numbers. So I don't know. I am seeing a doubtful next to his name now. So just be on the lookout if you do want to back the Bulls, like I'm telling you to guys too. T-Wolves are 6-12 last 18 games, ATS wise, 6-12. And then Bulls, as of recent, because they got on a little funky streak again, but the last 6 games they're 5-1 ATS, 10-6 this year ATS wise when priced as an underdog. At home here, still looking Bulls. Obviously, you want Giddey in, but there's the Kobe Whites and Desam Moos out there of the world who can make things happen still for the Bulls. I would look Bulls' way in this one. All right, we got Pacers, Rockets here in this one. 14.5 points. These Rockets will be laying here against the Indiana Pacers, and before the season started, you'd be running to the window here, getting 14.5 points with the Pacers, but it's just insane the fall off here. 1-4 ATS their last 5 too, just as of recently as well. 6-9 ATS wise on the road this year. Meanwhile, you look at the Rockets this year, 17-12 ATS wise, up about 5 units here. If you've been backing the Rockets every game on the spread, not going to overthink this one. To me, it would be Rockets or pass here as well. 14.5. Those Rockets make me look like a fool all the time laying it, but it'd be Rockets or pass. More than likely a pass. We got Knicks, Pelicans here in this one. Pelicans plus the 9.5 here at home. A lot of people looking the Pelicans way. I don't know. I just think Derek Queen eventually gets got, and I think Cat's the type of guy to do it. I'm looking at a Cat prop in this one. So, yeah, Karl-Anthony Towns, 40-plus points is live. Double-double is live, probably juiced. A lot of people wanting to take this Pelican squad. Wouldn't be surprised if, Knicks double-digit 20-point win here. I think still head and shoulders above this Pelicans squad. Injury report, I was seeing Josh Hart on the injury report. I don't think he will play in this one. Let me read this out as well. I've been forgetting. I'm trying to zip through these picks, man, get right to the pick, tell you guys what I think. Obviously, Alvarado for the Pelicans still suspended or will be suspended. Herbert Jones, DeJounte Murray, of course, out. But Herbert Jones out. Josh Hart, Landry Shamet, Mitchell Robinson, and Miles McBride is a game time. But those other 3 are out for the Knicks. Not scared. Doesn't scare me at all. Karl-Anthony Towns, huge day. Derek Queen traveled in the NCAA tournament. We know that. Knicks minus 9.5 here in this one. All right. We got Mavericks and Trailblazers here for the final game of this NBA slate. I do feel like I am missing one. I think I didn't touch on the Cavs Spurs. So let me just touch on Cavs Spurs. Spurs here minus 4.5 is where I would look. Cleveland 2-7 ATS wise the last 9 games. San Antonio, when they play them, when Cleveland plays in San Antonio, 2-5 ATS last 7. Spurs 6-1 ATS at home last 7 games. Wembanyama versus these 2 bigs for the Cleveland Cavaliers should be a fun one to watch. I would still lean the Spurs here minus the 4.5 with the better supporting cast around Wembanyama. On to the next game. Final game, like I said, in the NBA, Mavericks, Trailblazers here in this one. Mavs here, 1.5-point dogs, 1-4 ATS wise last 5 games. Portland 7-3 ATS wise. Portland, when they play Portland, they're 7-3 ATS wise. Last 10 here versus Portland for this Maverick squad. 0-6 ATS wise, though, on the road last 6 games for this Maverick squad. They let me down against Sacramento. That was ugly. I don't know. I still kind of want to go to them here. Injury report is always ugly for the Mavericks. It's been ugly for the Blazers as well as of recently. When I was doing the numbers here, it's looking like it's going to be 8 versus 6 Obviously, more guys will play for the Blazers, but I'm talking about the 6 guys that are playing for the Blazers are, let me read them out to you. Because, oh, wow, now Scoot Henderson is looking like it's not. I was getting Scoot Henderson confused with Sharp. No big deal. He's been out. Holiday, Thibault, Grant, Robert Williams out. Just day-to-day Davis and Brandon Williams. And that's game times. I think Mavericks, again, it's like an 8 versus 6. When you look at the 6 guys, more than likely it'll be Avija, Sharp, Kamara, and Klingnon, and Love. And then Murray. That's 7 guys. After that, you're having to scratch your head trying to find who the heck's going to come in for the Blazers squad. And then you look at who the Mavericks will be playing. If we can get day-to-day Davis to play, that'd be nice. That turns us into about 9 deep. But you got Cooper Flagg, Marshall, Christie, Thompson. If Brandon Williams plays, D'Angelo Russell, Ryan Nembhard, Gafford, plenty deep enough. I like Mavericks. I'll go right back to them. So that's how I feel about that one. There you guys have it. That's basically the look-ahead show here. I'm just going to flash some college hoops up. A lot of college basketball. College basketball is right back in the full swing of things here for Monday. Just some ones. Sacred Heart there, -1.5. William Hill, -1. William and Mary, -1.5. This Cornell Michigan State game, I've been looking at an under possibly here. Cornell trying to slow it down. They don't want to play tempo with Michigan State. They'll get ran right out of the gym. So that's how I'm looking at that one. These are just early look aheads, guys. Quarter unit on it. Do a little bit more. Obviously, if the line moves, do what you want with that. Getting early in on it. Hampton. Love Hampton this year. Been a little bit of a cash cow. UT Arlington. Spelled that wrong, obviously. But I love them. UT Arlington. Long Dong 10. -2.5 there. Milwaukee, -2.5 as well. Love this Milwaukee squad. And then, yes, I'll go to those Cal Baptist boys who've made me some Skrilla, of course, I remember Colorado. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that was hilarious. Anyways, give me them Cal Baptist. Give me Cal Baptist +7.5. All right. Check out some of these comments before I get out of here. Bro, if we're going to be here, you got to be here. I marked you absent last night. I blame you for my losses today. Steelers team total over. Someone needs to take my DraftKings account away from me. Worst pick ever. Oh, man. I was on Steelers too, so don't sweat it. We went out together. It is what it is. Everybody's thinking Shedeur Sanders is the greatest thing since sliced bread now. Go for it. Can't wait to fade him next year. So that's all I got to say about that. And I called a bunch of Shedeur Sanders games this year. Perfect, right on this money. I was on the over when everybody was on the under in that Tennessee game with the total being like 34. I was like, oh, they're really going to disrespect these 2 young quarterbacks that bad. They're going to put a total of 34 out there. Yeah, I'll take the over. That was easy. The rocking chair winner. So, yeah, okay, I might be hating on Shedeur, but I've also known when to back him. I backed him in the first game he played there against the Raiders. That was an obvious one as well. So he got me tonight. It is what it is. I'll give credit where it is. The Browns, oh, my God, 6 points from the freaking Steelers. What can I say, man? What can I say? I know you're playing, bro. That's why I said, yeah, we went out together on the Steelers. It's just ugly. It's just ugly. Only thing I got today was team total. Why didn't I just go to the over in Bears and Niners? If you read my write-ups, I always try to put some detailed write-ups in. I even said I expect plenty of points in this one. I just was expecting Purdy turnovers. Papa Purdy as a SF Niner Y4B. This guy here. SF Niner 4YYB. Or he's like the type of dude that just makes a YouTube bot account and just refuses to even put a name in, man. Come on. You can do better than that. I get you're a Niner repper, but SF Niner Jim, SF Niner Bob. Give me something here. Y4B. What's Y4B, man? That's all I want to know. Shout out to your Niners. They may make it all the way. Oh, wait, to Levi Stadium, where the Super Bowl is at this year. They may play every home game for the rest of the year on the way to this. I mean, yeah, it's very possible. I've been rooting for a McCaffrey 1,000 season. Obviously, he's going to need a lot next week to do it. I think he's going to need over 100 yards receiving. But all I can say is got me tonight. This weekend really got me tonight. But hey, we move on, to today. Some more college hoops before I get off the show. Again, Hampton, UT Arlington, Sacred Heart, William Mary. A lot of those, there's way more money, 1.5s and 2.5 type spreads, those short favorites or short dogs, almost pick 'em price games. A lot of them tomorrow on the college slate. Some of them I didn't even put there. Again, so much college basketball tomorrow. Make your head spin. I like it, though. But there you guys have it. Tune into the Look Ahead show. Yes, most Saturdays I won't be able to get it in, guys. Just is what it is. Monday, it's really a Friday through Sunday show. Next weekend, I'll try to make it up to you guys and give you a Saturday show. We will have UFC coming back soon when the New Year starts, obviously. We have 2026 that we have to do better. We have to do better. Again, I could pull it up now. I'd have to do some stuff on the back end to pull up my profile. I am profitable in 4 sports this year. I like to touch almost every sport, so I would have liked 6 or 7 sports to be profitable. NBA barely, NFL barely, and then soccer, tennis. Those 4 I'll take because those are my bread and butters, and the real bread and butter was college football and MLB baseball, and for those 2 to not go my way this year, a little annoying. Just ebbs and flows of this game. That's all I got to say. Betting multiple sports like this, a lot of people like to have separate bankrolls. I don't mind that at all. Some people like to bet the same amount of money on every game. I don't mind that at all. Do whatever works for you. Obviously, when you get in a cold streak, that's when you back off. And when you're hot, don't be scared to let it go. You know what I mean? Play with the house money, have some fun. Best of luck to everybody tomorrow on Monday. We got one more comment in here, and let's see who it is. That San Diego backdoor cover still haunting me. 1 second left. What the F? College hoops. That's all I got to say. College hoops. Betting on 19 to 24-year-old kids is always going to be something. Always going to be something. He's talking about San Diego State. Yeah, I got you. But all right, Sonny, I'm going to get out of here, man. Best of luck to everybody out here. Thank you for tuning in to Tony's Pick Show. Like and subscribe. And by the way, link in the description. Check out all the content and picks that we have on that website. Sign up with one of the cappers on there. 2-for-1 capper promotion. Get 2 of us for the price of 1. 15% Tony T discount checkout code. Plenty of picks I'll have tomorrow on the site. And of course, best of luck to you guys. Peace.